On a dark and stormy night, when the wind howled through the sinister trees and the sky was covered with threatening clouds, a lonely man named Robert found himself in his old isolated farmhouse, which had long been abandoned by its former residents. The surroundings were permeated by a terrifying silence, interrupted only by the sound of his footsteps echoing on the aged wooden floor. The darkness seemed to coil in every corner, creating an oppressive and eerie atmosphere on the property. Robert felt a shiver run down his spine as he ventured into the dusty corridors of the old house. That night was different. Something in the air denoted a premonition of imminent danger. It was then that, amidst the twilight, a persistent knocking echoed through the farmhouse. The knocks on the door seemed like a call from beyond, inviting him to confront the unknown. Hesitation dominated his thoughts for a brief moment, but an unsettling curiosity compelled him to open the door. And there, standing on the threshold, was a woman with a ghostly appearance. Her empty eyes reflected a vortex of darkness, while a sinister smile played on her pale lips. An evil energy hovered around her, emanating an aura of danger and mystery. Robert's heart raced, and a feeling of unease took hold of his mind. Who was that woman, and what did she want with him? Her presence seemed to defy the laws of nature. Her penetrating gaze appeared to probe Robert's soul, while a soft and hypnotic voice whispered obscure promises into the wind. The air around them acquired a heavy and putrefying aroma, as if death itself had found refuge in those abandoned lands. A sense of imminent danger dominated the atmosphere, and Robert felt that his life was about to plunge into a spiral of horror and despair. And so, with his heart pounding and his mind tormented by unanswered questions, Robert opened the doors of his life to the sinister woman who appeared on that fateful night. He had no idea of the dark secrets she carried with her, nor of the tragic consequences that were about to unfold. Robert's fate was entwined with the unknown, and the doors to terror were opened in that isolated farmhouse. The presence of the mysterious woman on the farm began to unleash a series of disturbing events. As the days went by, Robert noticed strange things happening around him. Inexplicable noises echoed through the empty hallways, and an atmosphere of oppression hung in the air. Evelyn, as she introduced herself, proved to be increasingly intriguing and disturbing. She possessed a dark knowledge about the farm and its history, revealing details that only the former residents would know. Her presence seemed to have a corrosive effect on the environment, causing plants to wither and animals to become restless. The connection between her and the darkness haunting the property began to become clearer. As Robert delved deeper into the mysteries of the farm, his sanity began to be tested. He found himself immersed in horrifying visions and vivid nightmares, where shadowy figures pursued him, and sinister whispers filled his ears. The line between reality and the supernatural started to blur, and he struggled to distinguish what was true from mere illusion. While Evelyn continued to weave her web of manipulation and terror, Robert found himself increasingly ensnared in her grasp. He knew he needed to uncover the truth behind this mysterious woman and confront the hidden secrets of the farm, even if it meant facing his deepest fears. The journey to unravel the farm's mystery became a race against time, as he realized that Evelyn's presence was turning the property into a cursed place. With every step Robert took towards the truth, he dangerously approached the darkness that threatened to consume him entirely. The tragic climax drew near, as the sinister secrets of the farm and the woman were revealed. The farm was immersed in an atmosphere of terror and despair. As Robert delved deeper into the labyrinth of dark secrets, he made a disturbing revelation. Evelyn was not just a peculiar woman, but a dangerous one. The darkness enveloped the farm like a somber shroud, while Robert delved into Evelyn's hidden secrets. He discovered that she was a powerful witch, thirsting for power and immortality. Her goal was to harness the sinister energy of the farm to fuel her dark rituals and become invincible. As Robert explored the darkest corners of the property, he came across disturbing evidence of sacrifices and macabre rituals carried out by Evelyn and her followers. Sinister symbols and profane marks adorned the walls, while an oppressive atmosphere grew with every step he took. Unraveling the farm's secrets, Robert realized that he was being hunted by monstrous creatures, abominations, created by Evelyn through her sinister experiments. They lurked in the shadows, waiting for the right moment to strike. Their presence was terrifying, emitting a malevolent energy that froze Robert's blood in his veins. However, Robert's determination only grew as he delved deeper into the heart of darkness. He knew he couldn't face Evelyn and her abominations alone, so he began to seek allies among the tormented spirits of the farm. Each spirit had their own tragic story, each one a victim of Evelyn's sinister power. United by a common purpose, they formed an unlikely alliance to combat the malevolent witch. Guided by the spirits, Robert unraveled the deepest secrets of the farm. He discovered an ancient book of forbidden spells, kept hidden in a concealed chamber. With each page turned, he learned new enchantments and rituals that could be used to weaken Evelyn and her creatures. As Robert studied the spells and prepared for the final battle, he realized it wasn't just about defeating Evelyn, but also about freeing the souls imprisoned by the witch. Each victim had their own pain and suffering, and he felt the responsibility to bring peace and rest to these tormented spirits. As the alliance strengthened, Robert and the spirits began to plan their strategy. They knew facing Evelyn would be a dangerous and challenging task, but they were willing to risk everything to end her reign of terror. On the day of the battle, the farm was shrouded in a somber aura, but Robert's courage and the strength of his allies prevailed. They marched towards the heart of darkness, confronting Evelyn's abominable creatures along the way. When they finally stood before the witch, the battle erupted in a whirlwind of spells and desperate attacks. Robert and his allies fought bravely, casting enchantments and using their abilities to weaken Evelyn. However, despite their efforts, Evelyn's strength and cunning were astonishing. She counterattacked fiercely, unleashing devastating spells and summoning even more terrible creatures. The battle became a desperate struggle for survival. While Robert and his allies fought valiantly, he realized they couldn't win. The witch's power was relentless, and her abilities were beyond anything they could imagine. Despite all the training and preparation, defeat seemed inevitable. But even in the face of imminent failure, Robert didn't give up. He knew his goal was not only to defeat Evelyn but also to free the imprisoned souls. With his last ounce of hope, he concentrated his energy and unleashed a final spell, unleashing a powerful burst of light. Seeing this potent spell coming her way, Evelyn prepared to launch a counterattack of equal power, but the spirits aiding Robert positioned themselves in front of Evelyn, preventing her from retaliating against Robert's attack. Robert's power was devastating to Evelyn, the brilliance spreading throughout the farm, enveloping Evelyn and her creatures in a purifying aura. The tormented spirits rose, freed from the witch's control. An explosion of energy occurred, purging the darkness from the farm. When the dust settled, Robert lay on the ground, exhausted and injured. Evelyn was defeated, weakened, and unable to cause further harm. The spirits, finally free, dissipated in a gentle breeze, thanking Robert for his courage and sacrifice. The once darkened farm now brimmed with hope and renewal. Although Robert had nearly lost the battle against Evelyn, his victory lay in the liberation of the imprisoned souls. He knew he had fulfilled his mission and found a higher purpose. As he recovered, Robert couldn't believe what he had accomplished, feeling both happy and at peace. Then, Robert decided that his journey wouldn't end there. He became a guardian of the farm and the lost souls. Thus, the abandoned farm became a symbol of redemption and hope for the souls who fought alongside him, while the once haunted farm flourished with the life and peace that had been restored. So we've reached the end of this thrilling journey, but the fun doesn't stop here. If you enjoyed this video full of surprises and incredible moments, Don't forget to hit the like button and share it with your friends. Also, make sure to subscribe to my channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of the upcoming videos packed with adventures and exciting updates. Together, we'll keep exploring new horizons and creating unforgettable memories. And if you have any suggestions, a story to share, or an amazing idea, leave them in the comments below. I want to know what you enjoyed most about this video and what you'd like to see in the